The Lord remembered what he had said to Sarah, and the Lord fulfilled for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age. At the appointed time God had spoken to him. Abraham named the son born to him, whom Sarah had borne him, Isaac. Abraham circumcised his 8-day-old son Isaac, as God had commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when Isaac his son was born. And Sarah said, "God has made me a laughingstock. Whoever hears of it will laugh at me." And she said, "Who would have said to Abraham, 'Sarah will bear children'? Yet I bore her a son in her old age." The child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day Isaac was weaned. Sarah saw Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian had borne him, laughing, and said to Abraham, "Send this servant girl and her son away, for this servant girl's son will not inherit with my son, with Isaac." This word greatly displeased Abraham because of his son. But God said to Abraham, "Do not let this displease your eyes, for the sake of the child and your handmaid. Give Sarah whatever she asks of you, for from Isaac will come offspring of your own. I will also make a nation of your handmaid's son, for he is your offspring." Abraham rose early in the morning, took bread and a skinful of water, gave them to Hagar and placed them on her shoulder. She went away and wandered in the desert of Beersheba. When the water in the wineskin ran out, she left the child under one of the shrubs and went and sat down opposite it, within bow range. For she said, "May I not see my child die?" So she sat down opposite him, raised her voice and wept. God heard the child's voice, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said, "What is the matter, Hagar? Fear not, for God has heard the voice of the child in the place where he is. Arise, take the child, grasp him with your hand, for I will make of him a great nation." And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the skin with water, and gave the child to drink. And God was with the child, and he grew, and dwelt in the wilderness, and became a bowman. He lived in the desert of Paran, and his mother took him a wife from the land of Egypt. At that time Abimelech, accompanied by Phicol, chief of his army, spoke to Abraham, saying, "God is with you in everything you do. Now swear to me here, by the name of God, that you will not deceive me, nor my children, nor my grandchildren, and that you will show the same kindness to me, and to the land where you live, as I have shown to you." Abraham said, "I swear it." But Abraham rebuked Abimelech about a well of water, which Abimelech's servants had taken by force. Abimelech replied, "I don't know who did it. You didn't tell me, but I've only heard about it today." So Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech, and they both made a covenant. Abraham set apart 7 young sheep, and Abimelech said to Abraham, "What are these 7 young sheep which you have set apart?" He answered, "You shall accept these 7 sheep from me, that they may be a testimony to me that I have dug this well. That's why it's called Beersheba, because that's where they both swore." So they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech arose with Phicol, the captain of his army, and they returned to the land of the Philistines. Abraham planted tamarisk trees at Beersheba, and there he called on the name of the Lord, the God of eternity. Abraham stayed a long time in the land of the Philistines.